You've probably told yourself this before. I could do that if I really tried. I just need the right time. I'll start once things calm down. But days pass, then months, then years, and somehow, the right time never comes. This is the quiet tragedy of potential. We fall in love with what we could be, and never face what we actually are. Because potential feels safe. It's the one version of yourself that never fails. It's untouchable, unbreakable, and completely imaginary. The high of possibility, potential is a drug, and it hits harder than success. When you imagine yourself succeeding, your brain releases dopamine. You feel good, inspired, capable. But here's the trick. That dopamine comes before you've done anything. It rewards the fantasy, not the effort. You can get that same chemical rush just by picturing yourself at the finish line. Best-selling author, millionaire, famous creator, without ever leaving your chair. That's why you keep watching self-improvement videos, collecting notebooks, making vision boards, and perfecting your to-do apps. It feels productive. It feels like progress. But it's really just procrastination dressed up as ambition. Your brain doesn't care if the progress is real. It only cares if it feels real. So you get addicted to the idea of doing something. And every time the high fades, you go back for another hit, another goal, another idea, another fantasy of what you could be. The fear beneath the dream. The moment you start, potential becomes fragile. It can fail. It can break. It can reveal you're not who you thought you were. And that's terrifying, because potential is the one version of yourself that still has hope. The you who hasn't tried yet can still be anything. The moment you act, that illusion dies. What if you write the book and it's terrible? What if you launch the startup and nobody cares? What if you put everything on the line and realize you're average? So you protect yourself from disappointment by never starting. You tell yourself you're not ready. You need more information. You're waiting for the perfect conditions. But the truth is, you're not waiting for clarity. You're hiding from reality. Because as long as you're someone with potential, you can still believe in the version of yourself that could have been. The genius who never got their shot. The artist who was misunderstood. The thinker ahead of their time. It's a comforting lie, and people build entire lives around it. The lie of readiness. Let's destroy this myth once and for all. You will never feel ready. Ever. No one does. Not the people you admire, not the ones you think were born for success. They just started before the fear went away. Readiness isn't a feeling. It's a decision. And that decision only happens when you stop overthinking and move your hand. To write, to record, to build, to post. Every expert you admire started unqualified. Every masterpiece began as something embarrassing. Every successful person was once a beginner who looked stupid. But while most people wait for confidence, they gain it by accident. Because confidence is a side effect of doing. If you want to feel ready, start. If you want to feel capable, fail a few times. If you want to feel confident, build something that exists. The moment you act, you step out of the illusion and into the world. The comfort of the fantasy. People don't just love potential because of fear. They love it because of identity. When you say, I could be great, you get to live in that identity without earning it. You get to be the next big thing in your mind. You get the respect and pride of a winner without the risk of losing. It's the perfect deal. Infinite possibilities, zero consequences. That's why indecision feels like freedom. When you haven't picked a path, you can still imagine being anyone. The filmmaker, the entrepreneur, the musician, the writer, the philosopher. Once you choose, the rest disappear. Infinite potential collapses into one limited life. So you stay stuck at the crossroads, fantasizing about every path, walking down none, and years later, you realize that doing nothing was still a choice. The addiction loop, it's a cycle that feeds itself endlessly. Step 1, you feel inspired. Step 2, you plan your future. Step 3, you procrastinate. Step 4, you feel guilty. Step 5, you seek new inspiration to erase the guilt. And the loop starts again. It feels like growth. It feels like you're moving forward. But you're not moving. You're orbiting. You're spinning around the same fantasy, mistaking motion for progress. You've mastered the illusion of improvement. And every day you reinforce it by consuming more videos, more podcasts, more advice. The irony. The people you're watching actually started. That's the only reason you're watching them. Why potential is so addictive? Because potential is pure. It's unspoiled by failure, untouched by time. It exists in your mind as a perfect version of yourself. The one who never makes mistakes, never embarrasses themselves, never has to start over. Reality is messy. Potential is clean. But real growth only happens in the mess. Only in the chaos of doing. Where things go wrong, ideas fall apart, and you rebuild from the rubble. Potential is comfortable. Reality is alive. And the longer you live in potential, the less capable you become of surviving reality. Because you've trained your brain to prefer the fantasy. Breaking the cycle. The solution isn't another motivational video. It's not a new book or app or productivity system. It's something smaller. You start with one action, so tiny it doesn't scare you. Write one paragraph, record one sentence, code one line, sketch one frame, and you do it now. Not when you feel inspired, not when life calms down. Now, while the fear is still there. You don't defeat fear by thinking your way out of it. You defeat it by acting while it screams at you. Action quiets fear faster than logic ever will. And once you start, something rewires inside you. The dopamine that used to come from daydreaming starts coming from doing. The rush that used to come from what if starts coming from what's next. You stop fantasizing about the future and start building it piece by piece. That's how you detox from potential. The pain of wasted potential. There's a specific kind of regret that haunts people. Not what they did, but what they never tried. People on their deathbeds rarely talk about failure. They talk about the versions of themselves they never became, the song they never released, the business they never started, the art they never shared, the risks they never took. Potential rots in silence, and every day you delay, it decays a little more. You don't lose your potential all at once. It fades like a muscle you stopped using, until one day, the thing that once excited you feels heavy. And you say, it's too late. But the truth is, it's only too late when you stop moving. The reality of growth. Starting doesn't mean you'll succeed. It means you'll change. You'll fail, and it'll sting. You'll doubt yourself, and it'll hurt. You'll compare yourself, and it'll feel unfair. But all of that is growth. Every discomfort is proof that you're trading fantasy for reality. And in the long run, reality is always the better trade. Because even if you fail, you become something potential could never make you. Real. You are not what you plan to do. You are what you repeat. Your potential isn't waiting for the right moment. It's dying for action. Every day you don't use it, it fades. You don't need the perfect plan. You just need a real one. Start. Badly, awkwardly, imperfectly. Because potential means nothing until it becomes proof. And when it does, you'll realize something powerful. You were never addicted to potential. You were just afraid of becoming real.